What if the scariest thing a horror game could do is remove your ability to run away? So many horror games give you a weapon or a way out, but Five Nights at Freddy's became a phenomenon by taking all of that away. Why is being trapped in a 4x4 office more terrifying than running for your life? Today, I'll dive into how Scott Cawthon used being completely immobile in order to create an ultimate psychological nightmare. It all starts with this. The only sense of security and familiarity you have. After this first phone call, you're truly alone in your office. No real guidance or reassurance.
Here go these suckers right here. We're gonna watch them. Whoa, 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 whoa! What's happening?
Just an uneasy silence broken by the faint hum of your power and the mechanical shifting and progressing of something you can't even see at first. That gives you this comforting illusion of feeling like you have control. You have cameras to check, doors to close, lights to flick on. There's a system here, patterns you can quickly try and learn. And for a moment, that illusion of control is enough to keep you calm.
We're going back into the same rhythm we usually had before. We just check regularly.
That doesn't last long. In reality, these cameras aren't there to protect you. They're supposed to put you even more on edge and show you just how close and fast these animatronics really are. Each flicker of the camera, every time you switch feeds, reminds you that something is always getting closer. And your office doors? It's not safety, it's sacrifice. Every second that it's shut, it drains your power. Every decision to protect yourself is also a step closer to losing everything, because it's all a trade-off. Close the door or take the risk. React too late and it's over. React too early and you might not last. After surviving the first night, the real terror begins. Not from what you can see, but from everything lurking just out of sight. You're only just getting started. In the first few nights of Five Nights at Freddy's, the unsettling glitchy sounds and the strange movements start rather small. A faint noise of camera static followed by the occasional sound of Chica clattering around in the kitchen. If it's your first experience of this game, it's easy to interpret it as something wrong with the game's mechanics, until you realize that this camera is audio only and is giving you subtle clues that she's closer than you realize. This is where Five Nights at Freddy's stops testing your reflexes to keep yourself safe and starts to play tricks on your own mind. Scott Cawthon didn't just build another horror game that's based on jump scares, he built something that's based on subtle escalation and horror in the small details. And it's what makes FNaF 1 so good. Like the poster on the wall that's Cartoon Freddy in one moment and a crying child in the next. The animatronic staring you down in the camera gives an "I'm watching your every move" kind of feel. And then there's the sound design. It's never, ever truly silent. There's always a constant low hum from the fan in your office, designed to trigger a biological fear response. The chilling laughter in the halls, designed to make you feel like you're never alone and have no moments to even gather your thoughts. Because of these small genius details from Scott, it makes you second guess absolutely everything in every move. Did Foxy just twitch? Are they actually looking at me from the main stage, or am I just paranoid? The terror isn't the moment they catch you, it's the moment this place changes the second you're not watching. This is where the psychological weight of being trapped in this office finally breaks you. By night 4, 5, and on, the strategy you thought you had mastered in the beginning begins to dissolve. The animatronics stop playing by the rules of simple patterns you could follow and start behaving with this sort of frantic unpredictability. This is the absolute breaking point, moment where the game stops being a series of different strategies and becomes an overall test of your mental endurance. Just try to think about the absolute mental toll of those final few nights. Your eyes are darting between the power percentage and the clock, while also trying to calculate the movements of these animatronics that's an infinite amount of times faster than the first night. You're frantically looking around for Bonnie or Chica, but you're also praying you don't see Freddy in the East Hall, because if you see him, you're already falling way behind. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 redefined horror by putting gamers into this frantic effort of checking, almost putting you in a panic attack-like state. It becomes a loop that tightens every hour and every night until there's no room left to breathe. But it's not about the speed in which you play on those nights that keep you alive, it's about the resource scarcity. In these later nights, the game puts you into a survival tax, meaning the more power you lose, the more desperate you feel to protect what's left, which leads to even more panicky decisions. It really is a perfect psychological trap where the solution to your fear, closing the door for example, is also the primary cause of losing the game itself. By 5 a.m., you're not even playing a game anymore. You're bartering for seconds. You're holding your breath in the dark, staring at a dead monitor, praying for that beautiful 6 a.m. chime to come liberate you from this nightmare office prison of your own making. In these final few hours, the game proves that it doesn't need to chase you anywhere to be horrifying. It just needs to wait for you to fold under the pressure of your own helplessness.
Ah! Oh no!
Five Nights at Freddy's proves that you don't need a map or a weapon to create a masterpiece of horror. You just need an office and a false sense of control. Scott Cawthon forced us to confront the ultimate fear, the realization that the very tools we use to stay safe are the ones sealing our fate, proving that the most effective way to break a player isn't to make them run away, but to make them watch.